a nice mess you've got us into, with your nodding head and deference due to a man of pedigree.
Merely cooperative detail, intended to give artistic verisimilitude to an otherwise bald and unconvincing narrative.
Corroborative detail indeed. Corroborative fiddlestick.
And you're just as bad as he is with your cock-and-a-bull stories about whistling in the air and catching his eye. But that's so like you. You must put in your oar.
But how about your big right arm?
Yes, and your snaker snee.
Well, never mind that now. There's only one thing to be done. Nanky Poo hasn't started yet, and he must come to life again at once. Oh, here he is. Nanky Poo, I have great news for you. You're reprieved.
It's very kind of you, but it's too late. I'm a dead man and I'm off for my honeymoon.
Oh, but a terrible thing has happened. It seems that your father is here, and with Katisha.
My father? And with Katisha?
Yes, he wants you particularly.
So does she.
Oh, but he's married now.
My good girl, I do not see what that has to do with it.
You see, Katisha claims me in marriage, but I can't marry her because I'm married already. Consequently, Katisha will insist on my execution. And if I'm executed, my wife will have to be buried alive.
You see our difficulty.
Yes, I don't know what's to be done.
There's one chance for you. If you could persuade Katisha to marry you, she would have no further claim on me, and I could come to life without any fear of being put to death.
I marry Katisha?
I really think it's the only course.
But my good girl, have you seen her? She is something appalling.
Oh, that's only her face. She has a left elbow which people come miles to see.
I am told that her right heel is much admired by connoisseurs.
My good sir, I decline to pin my heart upon any lady's right heel.
It comes to this. While Katisha is single, I prefer to be a disembodied spirit. But when Katisha is married, existence will be as welcome as the flowers in the spring. The flowers that bloom in the spring, tra-la, breathe promise of merry sunshine. As we merrily dance and we sing, tra-la, we welcome the hope that they bring. Tra-la, of a summer of roses and wine, of a summer of roses and wine. And that's what we mean when we say that a thing is welcome as flowers that bloom in the spring. Tra-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la, the flowers that bloom in the spring. Tra-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la.
The flowers that bloom in the spring, tra-la, have nothing to do with the case. I've got to take under my wing, tra-la, a most unattractive old thing, tra-la, with a caricature of a face, with a caricature of a face. And that's what I mean when I say or I sing, oh bother the flowers that bloom in the spring. Tra-la-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la-la, oh bother the flowers of spring.
Tra-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la-la.
Alone and yet alive. Oh, sepulcher, my soul is still my body's prisoner. Remote the peace that death alone can give. My doom to wait, my punishment to live. Hearts do not break, they sting and ache for oh, love's sake, but do not die. Though with each breath they long for death,
Katusha!
The miscreant who robbed me of my love! But vengeance pursues, they are heating the cauldron.
Katusha, bear not away from a lovesick suppliant who's at your feet. Katusha, mercy.
Mercy? Had you mercy on him? See here, you have slain my love. He did not love me, but he would have loved me in time. I am an acquired taste. It takes the educated palate to appreciate me. I was educating his palate when he left me. Well, he's dead. And where shall I find another? It takes years to train a man to love me. Am I to go through the weary round again and at the same time implore mercy for you who robbed me of my prey? I mean, my pupil, just as his education was on the point of completion? Oh, where shall I find another?
Here! Here!
What?
Katusha! Katusha! For years, I have loved you with a white-hot passion that is slowly but surely consuming my very vitals. Ah, shrink not from me. If there is aught a woman's mercy in your heart, bear not away from a lovesick suppliant whose every fiber thrills at your tiniest touch. True it is that under a poor mask of disgust, I have endeavored to conceal a passion whose fires are broiling the souls within me. But the fire will not be smothered. It defies all attempts at extinction, and breaking forth all the more eagerly for its long restraint, it declares itself in words that will not be weighed, that cannot be schooled, that should not be too severely criticized. Katusha, I dare not hope for your love, but I will not live without it. Darling.
You, whose hands still reek with the blood of my betrothed, dare to address words of passion to the woman you have so foully wronged.
I do. Accept my love or I perish on the spot.
Go to. Who knows as well as I that no one ever yet died of a broken heart?
You know not what you say. Listen. On a tree by a river, a little tomtit sang willow, tit willow, tit willow. And I said to him, Dicky bird, why do you sit singing willow, tit willow, tit willow? Is it weakness of intellect, birdie, I cried, or a rather tough worm in your little inside? With a shake of his poor little head, he replied, Oh, willow, tit willow, tit willow. And he slapped at his chest as he sat on that bough, singing willow, tit willow, tit willow. And a cold perspiration bespangled his brow. Oh, willow, tit willow, tit willow. And he sobbed and he sighed and a gurgle he gave as he plunged himself into the billowy wave. And an echo arose from the suicide's grave. Oh, willow, tit willow, tit willow. Now I feel just as sure as I'm sure that my name isn't Willow, tit willow, tit willow. That was blighted affection that made him exclaim, Oh, willow, tit willow, tit willow. And if you remain callous and obdurate, I shall perish as he did, and you will know why. Though I probably shall not exclaim as I die. Oh,